Hello, peoples. It's Jack Skellington. So, recently, what happened was the manufacturer decided to have a series of races, and I decided to go with Ferrari for some unknown reason. I figured, why not? It's been almost never since I drive with Ferrari. The only time I'm forced to is in the weekly challenges. So I decided, hey, why not? Let's give Road Atlanta a shot with the Ferrari. So, as you can see, yes, I went with the old school C5 partial design from Corvette. So we shall see how they went. Ended up doing fairly decently, which is actually really surprising because I don't have a whole lot of miles on the track on this car as it is. So we will start with the first one, and yes, we kind of got a P8 out of this, but let's just see how that happened. I think it was pure dumb luck, honestly, but that's just me. So I didn't have the best qualifying to start because I ended up getting hit off at turn 3 by that black Ferrari that's actually behind me in this race. He got sideways on turn 1, and it was kind of screwed up my hot lap. So, yo, Johnny boy, what is going on, my man? So let's see how this actually developed. That. It'll let me do the other view, but I guess not. So typical turn 1, a little bit of chaos, nothing crazy. Shockingly, because everybody is always, hey, let's go full balls to the wall on turn 1, and yep. There's a little bit of chaos out of turn 3. That's where I got hit during qualifying. But overall, most people were nice and tidy through the downhill chicane. Little tappage, nothing crazy. But bye-bye Mazda. Anyway. But yeah, this is the back leg. Me working with, a little bit working with this guy. Down a long backstretch. And there's that black Porsche that was causing trouble for me the most of the majority of the race. So long race, so I was like, hey, you know what, I'm not even going to really try to block him because I know it is a long race and I'm probably starting on the slower tire, which actually I did not realize until just now that him and I were on both the same tires. But anyway. Hey, look at that. I figured it out. Yeah, there's that black Ferrari coming right behind me. Maybe a half-second difference between the two of us. So this chicane is always chaos, as you can tell, because there goes somebody who braked a little bit too late. And somebody got a little sideways. Nothing too crazy, but hey, it is what it is when it comes to racing. You know what I mean? Up the hill, around turn 3. honestly surprising. I was able to control this car fairly well, considering the fact that I normally drive a Corvette, as you can tell from the livery. That again, that's an old school livery. So up the hill towards the back, double right-hand corner. Full speed, and again we got an Austin Martin. He was trying to say, "Hey, I'm here," kind of thing, but he could not keep up with me. I guess when it came to getting on the throttle earlier. So, hey, there is that. But for the most part, I tried to keep it, clean because, as you can tell, there's a little PHG decal on the rear wing, so I know most PHG drivers try to keep it fairly clean, even if you get bumped and slammed around. I don't like to retaliate, so there's that as well. And here we come with a 122 for lap 4. Start of the downhill chicane. And this track is actually a whole lot of fun in real life. As most of y'all know, do follow me a little bit. This track is actually not that far from me as it is. So and the double right hander. Braking about halfway through it just to get that little bit more rotation. Try and get on the throttle a little earlier. Then again, trying to save the tires as much as possible because I'm trying to make them last a little bit longer. And here comes that little Mazda that got bumped off. Pretty sure he's using the slipstream to catch up to me. I know at one point he ended up trying to bump into me and trying to knock me off. I just kind of hold my line. Same way I've been racing the whole time. I don't try to modify it at all. Just let him go through. Yes, I get it. We're racing on the back and stuff. Oh, there goes somebody off of the turn 1. Let's see if we can figure out who that was real quick. Oh, it's the Beamer. Is it the Beamer? Yep. Let's see if it'll let me back up just a little bit. Who is that? Oh, it's Genesis. I saw it. There he is. He ended up getting a little slideways, typical of turn 1. So jump back up to me. Downhill chicane. So we had a few incidents like that throughout the race, but for the most part, shockingly, it was fairly decent, I guess you could say. Who's this behind me? Mr. Roadrunner in the, I believe, the Lamborghini. Yes, sir. And yes, I was trying to maintain the inside line for this one. Because I know later on down the track it actually is the inside line coming for this little chicane right here. And you can tell he decided to go a little off-road venture. I ended up getting a better run out of the downhill chicane, was able to pass him. Nothing too crazy. Previous lap 123, and yes, my qualifying was actually much faster than this. But because of scenarios, you're not having to deal with traffic when it comes to qualifying. Because I think my qualifying was 119, something like that. And I know if it's faster because I've seen the top guys actually go faster when it comes to this. So I I know these two are kind of battling back and forth, and I was like, well, I'll just hang back a little bit, see how it develops, and watch them, see how they deal with each other, who's the clean racer and who's not. So we're just kind of hanging them back a little bit. If they're gonna fight, let them fight and not let me get involved with it. Decided to dive into him. Yep, there's that Mazda again, trying to be the dirtier driver. Slam into him. So I knew how loose it was. And Mellow Yellow, I think I ended up working with him a little bit later on in the race, just to get him to so we can get away from all this chaos, I guess would be the best way to put it. So here I am, just biding my time, give him a little bump, say, hey, I am here, kind of thing. So it is what it is. You hear that Mazda in the background, the screamer that it is. Yes, Leo, that is your car. That's one of your cars that you like to race with. I know that. And Mr. BT Logan, actually, when it came to me, when he went out racing, he was actually fairly clean. Surprisingly, he did have his moments. It's kind of expected when it comes to racing, as it is anyway. And he ended up watching me more than he did his own racing line, so that's kind of what caused him to do that. So that's a little bit of pressure was kind of got to him on that one, so there is that. So it happens, watch your mirror, not hold your line, kind of thing. You got somebody racing next to you. Here we come around turns 3 and 4. So let's start the downhill chicane. A little left-hander up towards the double right to the back stretch. Kind of got stretched out a little bit, but it is what it is. Just work your line as best you can. Try to catch them, get decently close to them, enough to actually, work with them. So there he goes off to the down. Turn 11A and B, 10A and B, which the actual that is. Because of that, I know he's going to have dirty tires, so it's going to slow him down a little bit. He's going to brake a little bit earlier than normal. I'm watching his racing line earlier in the race, and I ended up working with him. Downhill chicane, little left-hander. Try to get on the throttle early as I could, but that's what it is. At this point, I'm just kind of biding my time and watching it because I know it's a long race. There's no point of actually trying to send it early and do anything stupid when it comes to this race as it is anyway. A little bit of look around the car. Yes, I know some of these decals were not meant for this car, but hey, they worked, so I kind of currently up to P7 because people were trying to was trying to do an undercut. Was racing. I think I had won a few laps after them. And there's a brown and a yellow flag. I never did figure out why. Yo, Briggs. What's that, Kaka? Bumblebee, how you doing? I believe it was this moth that actually caused the yellow flag. So, I ended up getting a little bit of sideways. Yes, I know, Briggs. You're like, what is Jack doing in the Ferrari? Like I said at the beginning. There you go. That's what it's all about. Getting the views and getting in the screen time, being consistent. Yes, the Chevrolet. Exactly. Or as I would call it, would be the Corvari. Yes, it is the C5 is still big. Kind of using that. Honestly, I didn't know who this was. My first thought was Cole, because I know he does generally run that type of livery. Yeah, I mean, if that's what works, some people are all about it when it comes to that music. You know, just trying different things, see what works for you and what doesn't, kind of thing. Especially when you get more views and more subscribers, you actually have to be more consistent. Here I am with this Beamer. Again, bide my time and see how his races liners when I'm right behind how he's going to react to if I try a couple of different things. Trying to keep it fairly clean, break a little bit early, and just so he knows, hey, I'm not going to do anything dumb when it comes to certain areas, but more of showing, hey, I am kind of here. Yeah, I mean, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do when it comes to streaming. I mean, some people are going to be looking to those faster people, and the people are going to be more consistent. Let's see if we can get this out of here. There you go. That's good. Let's see if we can, where are we going? There we go. See if we can get this out of here. Yep, I have it hitting right here. Switch on those soft tires, make the fasters don't feel needed. So it's kind of went with this. For most people, when it came to this race, they were switching tires about mid-race. I went a little bit longer just because I know the mediums will last a little bit longer, especially considering the fact of how far back I started in this race. So, and then it was kind of pretty lonely. Yeah, exactly. If that's what's working for you, then totally run with it, man. That's what you got to do. trying to get my head down and run my laps, run my line, get my time back down to where it should be. Oh yeah, definitely. A+ drivers are definitely starting to stream more because more people want to see what they're doing, how they're doing it. So unfortunately, but hey, we all got to start somewhere, kind of thing. That's the way I look at it. Fortunately, I was able to catch a couple of people off in the pits because I ended up pitting a little after mid-race. Which is going to bump me up to P11. To step out, so that's why I'm trying to work, really working the throttle control when it came to doing my qualifying. But as you can tell, there's yeah, I got you. I mean, but honestly, if you think your guitar streams are going to be working for you, man, I just take that and run with it. That's what you got to do. Because I get it. I mean, like you said in your streams before, I mean, you were a big band guitarist person before you got to GT, and yeah, I know you had your issues with the wheel and all such, but there's only so much you can do. It's unfortunately that's how the world works when you're people, man. Why it keeps doing that? Okay, let's fix that. I noticed when I was racing for this one, I was slowly catching him. So I was like, okay, so maybe he's just doing something a little bit different. It could have been the car altogether. He was using the other style Ferrari, so I don't know if it was that or what. But I'm just trying to bide my time and hopefully work some little bit of magic. Oh yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, everybody's gonna start somewhere. You gotta put the time, you gotta put the work in when it comes to streaming and all that such. I mean, because obviously when it came to streaming, even Rory, he started off small, so there is that. I mean, he just didn't get big overnight, kind of thing. So, you know what I mean? Took him a while, being consistent, getting faster and better. So, and for those who are asking, yes, this is a GT2 manufacturer division, so this is not a GT1 division. I'm not that fast. I don't race often enough. I don't do this often enough to actually get up to that level. Hey, but sometimes that's what you just gotta do, is share your knowledge. I find myself doing that quite often. You know what I mean? Sorry, it's coffee. Coffee is life, life is coffee. I mean, if that's what you feel more comfortable with, then maybe that's the way you should go. When it comes to streaming, maybe you should work on guitar skills and try different things. You know, maybe try and write your own stuff. See what happens from that. Because I know, I mean, I can't play the guitar. I mean, heck, you could even do like a little mini tutorial series on how to learn how to start playing the guitar. I mean, it doesn't matter because I'm pretty sure that there are a few differences between electric guitar and acoustic guitar, but I'm sure the ideas are still kind of the same. And we're going to pick up another one from the guy being in the pits because he ran his tires way longer than he should have, at least in my opinion. I mean, yeah, you could make it more so of a guitar type stream channel and then work your way to the point of, you know, every now and then just kind of hop in make a lobby and say, hey, because that's, from what I remember, that's what, what's his name, Kaboom? I don't know if you remember him. That's what he would do. He would talk a little bit, he'd race, and he did his own thing. He didn't try to do a series kind of like you did, just to see where things would end up kind of thing, but he also had life happen, so you get older, things do happen. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't crazy about it. I did a few races this week for dailies, but I only did it like Monday, so. Because I know that's when most people are still kind of learning the track, but not really trying to figure out what works and what cars don't work for the daily races. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you're a much bigger channel than I am. You know, I'm like not even 150 people, if even that. So if that's what they want, you know, kind of take it and run with it. Say, you know, why not? Let's give it a shot. The best thing you can do is just give the people what they want. Some people are big from playing musical instruments. Some people are big from racing. Some people are just do science experiments. And some people try different things. I mean, heck, look at Mr. Beast as well. Exactly. It's just whatever works for you, because, I mean, heck, look at Mr. Beast. I don't know if you know who he is, but that's how he got all of his money. He would come up with these crazy ideas and see what happens from them. And people just liked it more and more, so he took it and he ran with it. Oh, and this guy. Yeah, I remember this now. I was at the point I was catching him slowly, but nothing too crazy. No, I mean, I get it. You don't want the community to feel like you're banning them. And that's why I'm saying, just every now and then, you know, hey, turn it mostly a guitar stream channel. And then just, you know, periodically go back and run some races with them, and, you know, do the short races, or do like even do like an endurance race type thing. I mean, because that's probably what I'll be doing next. Is I end up getting the power pack, and I'll probably I've gotten almost all the way through them. All I've got really left is the endurance races, and two of them are 24-hour races. Another one is an 8-hour event, and then there's a 6-hour event. So. it depends on who you're racing with. That's kind of what it boils down to. It's the same with the PHE community. Yeah, there's a lot lately. There's been an influx of the higher rated drivers that are doing the league races, so it kind of pushes the lower guys out. So, at least in my opinion, I'm not down. I'm talking down to Popik, because he made a community. He started from very little, and it's just he got himself out there, especially with everything that's going on. I think that's the Mexican flag. I think so. And this guy was not letting me do anything when it came to trying to get around him. Even though I was trying to bump him to get him to go to help him. Hey, you just going a little faster here, kind of thing. But it was more of a proof that hey, I'm not gonna back down. I'm not just gonna let you pass. I mean, I get it. Every channel's gonna have their arguments when it comes to things like that, but you just gotta push through it, kind of thing. Unfortunately, it's the best way I can look at it. So, not everyone's gonna like everything you do, and you can't please everybody. Do what works for you, and stay natural to yourself. That's the thing. Safe. Kind of from the previous lap, he knew I was going to be able to try to send it on this chicane, this long chicane right here. And I'm letting off just a little bit early, and he, as you can tell right there, he tried to slam into me. And it was... Yeah, I mean, I totally get it. I totally get it. That's why I don't do the daily races, because I get to the point where I was just sick of being everybody's side bumper, or people getting their ego get in the way. So I was just like, you know what, screw it. I'll just do stuff that's. Thanks, appreciate it. The next one I actually did was a little bit better, but this guy, I don't know what his deal was. It was like, oh, I'm gonna slam into you, so. And I mean, because that's what I got to the point of sick of doing. It was just, letting people. Oh yes, definitely, absolutely. Lobbies, I mean, are always the better. And they're generally cleaner because there's not as much on stake, I guess, or on the line, I guess you could say. So. Again, oh yeah, I mean, I totally get it. That's why, I mean, I get it. You can also have two different counts. One where you are, one is for lobbies and one for dailies. And then, because I know you are fast enough when it comes to, you could get another account up to that same level and just kind of race with them. Alrighty, and this one was a little better, not much. This is kind of my own fault. I end up screwing up qualifying. I was like, you know what? I know how turn one is. Especially when it comes to this track, because most people try to go full send and work in stupid ways. Because this is actually a really fun track to do either endurance or whatever. So. And here we go. This is the second race. I did a little bit better. Yeah, he tried to push me wide, but he still kind of gave me some room. So I was like, you know what, here, I'll just let you go. It's turn one. I'm not about to try and fight you when it comes to this. Yeah, I mean, people are going to have their issues. Oh, oh, one, just a little bit. Give me just a second. So this was mass chaos scene, and I'm slamming on the brakes. You can tell I'm trying to get around all that mess because people are just being all kinds of dumb. Because I know if I can avoid it, I will be able to do my own thing, and not. But yeah, holy mass chaos is definitely an understatement. As you can tell from a lot of these people, it was let's bump and door bang and not try and actually race. So, and let's see if I can find that one. Let's see, here it is. Yeah, he ended up getting all kinds of sideways, get on the power a little bit too early, and he tried to keep it away from people, and I was just like, yeah, we'll just slow down just a hair. And that guy actually, this guy actually ended up, him and I ended up duking it out, kind of battling towards the end of the later races. So, but again, I'm just trying to, I know it's early, it's like I'm not trying to do anything crazy. I'm not trying to make anybody mad because I know it's a long race, because I don't want to, I'm trying to do better than 8th because I know I can do better. And there goes another, see, just people and their egos, let them get in the way, not race clean. Ferrari. Yeah, it was that race was definitely much better, because if I remember right, I think I ended up working with the guy who's in 5th place right now, and him and I were kind of going back and forth, but not enough to slow each other down, but enough to keep a decent pace and still make it a very actually fun race for this one. But this Grandpa Horrible was just, I don't know what his deal was. I forget where I ended up passing him. I mean, you're gonna get people who are like this, and regardless, and don't like the, oh, you can't pass me kind of thing. I saw that. I did notice that. But these two going back and forth that were in front of me, I was like, you know what? They're gonna end up. Someone's gonna end up wrecking each other. And I was just kind of. I knew he had dirty tires, so I knew he'd be a little bit slower, a little bit earlier on the brakes, so I was able to catch it, keep my tires clean, so I was able to actually catch up to him quicker. Watching them and see how they end up doing. I mean, because that's most of the time when I get close to people, they end up slowing each other down. As you'll see here in a little bit, I end up catching both of them because somebody did something dumb. I mean, yeah, that was not the best for both of them. They slowed each other down, but they still managed to get on the power because I was trying to stay away from them. I didn't want to get involved in any chaos kind of thing. Brown pants moment. And yeah, when I saw this, when I was doing this live, I was like, oh dear God, he's gonna come across, and I was like, you know what, turn left, because generally when people are sliding like that, they're gonna keep going. So if you end up going where they were, you're generally gonna be safe. Especially because for some reason people seem to think of, oh, I'm sliding, let's just keep our foot on the throttle and slide even further, and it ends up screwing them along. So, yes, exactly, a pucker factor of hoping that they'd be out of the way by the time I got there kind of thing. So, just like that Days of Thunder movie is he should have been gone by the time I got there, kind of thing. And in this case, he really was. So I was kind of happy for that. And no, YouTube, I am not using any form of copyright. I understand that I'm not getting paid for this. So hashtag not sponsored, as certain people would say that are streamers as well. And I'm sure, Briggs, I know you should know exactly what I'm talking about. Me, fortunately, this race wasn't too bad, so I just kind of ran my own race and kept my head down, kind of thing. And for this one, I was able to initially improve my qualifying time, so unfortunately, I was put in a lower lobby, but I ended up finishing better. Oh yeah, that's something that hopefully realizes that a lot of us are not sponsored or don't have the copyrights to, do certain things or use certain lines from movies or whatever the case may be, or even when it comes to some of the specs. But the information is out there, so I understand what the big ordeal is. That's one thing I did notice about it. See, I did not know that. I did not know that. Thank you for that information. Appreciate it. Then again, me and technology don't get along very well, so most of the time I use my phone to make phone calls, talk to people I work with, kind of thing. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I mean, I barely use my phone. It's text messages, phone calls for work, or people I talk to on a regular basis, or working on projects, which I'll be doing here shortly after I'm finishing this, because I gotta get it going. I know this race does not take that long. With this car, I wasn't sure about the backstretch. I wasn't sure if I should just stay in fifth when I got to the top end, or if I should actually push it to the sixth gear. To me, it's another app I have to put on my phone. That's the way I look at it. I don't really like doing have the ones I do have. I barely use mine as it is. Hashtag not sponsored chat GBT, CBT, I don't know what it's called. Chat GPT. Hashtag not sponsored. See, I was right, GPT. I didn't know what it was called. It is what it is. Golf Papa Tango. There we go. And this one I was a little unsure too, because I didn't know if staying in the higher gear for the two chicanes was better. Because A, this car is turbocharged rather than just supercharged or naturally aspirated. So I was experimenting a little bit during the race of what was faster. to stay in second gear and have it be a little more stable. So you'll see sometimes I'll keep the fifth, even on the backstretch, staying a little longer, or shift as well. All right, man. You have a good one. I'm just going to finish this, and then I'm going to go work on some other little projects. You take care of yourself. Say hi to the queen bee. Say hi to Adam, because I know he likes to bug you every now and then. Thanks for swinging by. Appreciate it. Don't forget to drop a like if you haven't already. Ah, there you go. What are y'all doing? I'm just kind of curious. Most of the time when I do rally, it's on controller. What kind of rally? Is it the actual dirt one, or is it going to be like Catalunya type? Oh, okay. On which track though? The Raptor, huh? Sardines. I'll have to look into it and see what I can get out of it. Windmills? Okay. Yeah, that was not bad. That's actually a lot of decent. That was pretty decent. I mean, I'll pop in. Maybe. I don't know how likely, depending on what time you're doing it, I might be able to do it. It just depends on things. It is what it is, but we shall see how the day works out. Yeah, man, I gotcha. Alrighty, well, you go take care of your things, do what you gotta do. Say hi to everybody. I ended up passing him while he was in the pits because I think he ended up trying to. There you go. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do, man. I'm slowly catching this Mr. Silverback dude who's in a Porsche. That's weird. Oh, I remember this. There's the Mazda who got on the throttle a little bit too early. Just a hair, no passing, yellow flag. Yep. I didn't think anybody was around me when this happened, so. Yep, Mazda got on the throttle just a little bit too early, and he set himself into barrier. I don't know if it's the livery when I originally did this, but for some reason when I did the other practice laps, I was not near as quick. I guess I put on the Chevrolet Corvette livery, and for some reason I just gained time. I don't know what it was. Yes, for me, unfortunately, this is a fairly lonely race. I mean, yes, it's good and bad at the same time. It allows me to focus on the line, the drive line, the racing line of where I want to be when it comes to the car handling it. So, and I know if anything happened to be my own fault, it would not necessarily be somebody else's fault. So that's kind of the trick. You got to cut that last portion of the downhill chicane. As you can tell, Mr. Silverback is not that far ahead of me. Maybe a few seconds, but yep, there he is right there. Somebody went off. Mr. Nola Frost. You go off, or you just ran it wide? You ran a little wide. At the time, I didn't know what this guy was driving behind me. I just know I had to keep my head down and stay pointed in the right direction. I know this. I don't know. Some people pitted before and some people didn't, but I was just trying to. Hey, it's a little after mid-race, just like I did the last one, and make the soft tires run one last lap, kind of thing. And yes, I know this is not a Corvette itself. It is the livery from an old Corvette. And unfortunately, I put myself in a pit into traffic, so not the best situation, but I knew these guys were pushing pretty good. I know I had cold tires as well, so I was trying not to push them too hard, too early, too soon, because yes, I was still on colder tires, but then again, I'm also on a faster tire. One thing I was surprised is that this Supra behind me did not actually pass me on the backstretch. He did get close enough where I was just, hey, you know what? You're on the worn tires. I'm not about to cause issues. Little bump, nothing crazy, but just let him go. Don't try and knock him off. I don't remember if he had pit yet or not. But my thing was just trying to stay with him as close as I could. Still give him enough room. He wouldn't have to worry too crazy much about what I was doing behind him. There's a little bit of scuffle right there. A little smoke. A little smoke in the tires. I guess it was from the two in front of me. Not Nemesis, but Silverback and the one who's next to him. out that time. He wasn't sure if he was in the pit or what. I think is what that issue was. But it is what it is, and it allowed me to get away from him. So there's that. Allowed me to just not push too crazy hard, push a little bit, not to the point of wrecking the tires too early, too soon. That's in front of me. Switch camera just to see. That's what it was. He wasn't sure if he was going to pit that lap or the previous one. So I'm about to get myself involved with that. Pushing a little bit too much, and I think this is where I would get a little bit closer to him. That Nola Frost, I believe, was the guy who was in the Corvette, which later on, him and I having a last couple laps battle, just as a little spoiler. I just knew as long as I kept my head down, was able to keep pushing, I'd be okay. Yeah, that's one thing I did like about the soft tire. I was able to push a little bit more. Stay on the throttle just a hair longer. Keep that turbo spooled up so I can get more power out of it. That's what I did like about this Ferrari. I know it's weird because I'm normally not don't care if this car runs for one and give it a shot. Close to me yet. I know later on he does get pretty close. Again, I knew his situation on the track, so I knew where he was roughly. Especially you can see I'm working the throttle control, keep the back end from wanting to kick out on me. So. My bad, YouTube. Just a little bit of profanity. Why it just doesn't just change it, keep all the other stuff there. Especially when watching some of the videos. Throttle control again, that double right-hander. Keep the turbo spooled up. Once again, left, right. I know it's a chicane, but it's not really a chicane, I guess would be the best way to put it. So. Stay on the throttle as long as I could. Cut turn 3, into 4, stay full throttle. Closer, because I think towards the end of this one, the guy in the Corvette behind me, Mr. Milton Frost, there he is. He was doing something a little bit different. He would slowly catch me, and towards the end he kind of turned to the last lap battle, which is actually fairly decent. What was that? I just got braked a little too late and tried to get off the throttle. That was that little incident there. Again, I didn't let it affect me. I just kept on pushing. Practice before this, and I mean this race I couldn't even touch it. I don't know what I was doing different. That one. Ah, this guy. Corvette behind me, slowly getting closer. But I was able to kind of pull away from him when it came to some of these quick turns. Taking my line as I normally would, not really doing the whole, hey, let's watch the mirror type. I think that's kind of my big thing is take my normal line, not like try to put too much pressure on me as far as me and my line with my brake points and almost everything. He tries to dive on the inside. I'm like, yeah, nope. Had there been an extra lap, I would have let him go. So as you can see, that was the last lap dead sprint of a manufacturer that I would normally be using, but for this series I'm not. So GG's to Mr. Nola Frost. Good job in the Corvette. But it was good overall. I enjoyed it. It was a good time. And I think that's the picture I ended up taking from that whole thing, which I would like to use later on. I just gotta figure out how to do it. Yeah, I don't know what all this. I know what that does. I don't know what that does. And this is one of the things I was working on for a racing suit. Little Oogie Boogie and Jack Skellington. Don't be an idiot. I think that's probably my biggest thing I don't say when I'm racing. So, on that note, I will catch you on the next one. And I know I will not be doing gardens, but I will be doing the one after that. I believe that's deep forest. So I'll get my practice in when it comes to that one. So overall, y'all have a good morning, good day, good night, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is, wherever you happen to be. Y'all have an awesome day. So, yeah, y'all have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye now.